everybody. We are back. The Sports Clash. We're here. This will be out Monday, August 21st. We're still in like this weird sports. I don't know what to even call it. Not a malaise because there's a lot of sports going on, and now things are starting to pick up a little bit. But it's just no, it's crazy. I'm looking through, like, just thinking about what's going on, what I've been watching, and it's just not the usual. And then obviously my Yankees are just such trash that I'm representing all my other teams today. So, but Chris, how you doing, man? Good to see
Good,
you.
man. Sounds like you're missing that extra preseason NFL game here this year.
Yeah, definitely am. Well, the big news, I mean, finally, Aaron Rodgers is going to play preseason. He's going to probably play like one drive or something,
He
but
is him.
he
Yeah.
he will start against the Giants. That's this coming Saturday. So I'm pumped there. I mean, I'm down to hop into some football if you want. I mean, the Rodgers stuff is obviously exciting. I
Dude,
haven't.
I got Redskins. Oh, sorry, Commanders Ravens on Monday as
Don't
well.
worry,
But
I'll bleep that out. I got the bleep. It'll be good. Yeah, don't worry.
totally down for some football.
That's Monday night.
Yeah,
Wow,
tomorrow. Well,
Commanders in prime
tonight.
time,
Yeah,
preseason prime time.
let's go.
That's
Let's
exciting.
go.
Is Howell playing again? Or is he now the starter? And they're kind of just like got to protect the golden boy here.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of forgot we had Jacoby Brissett competing with him at one point, but I think he's gonna play. I don't know. I don't know because he had such a great game last game. They named him the starter. Like,
Phenomenal.
they might pull him for this last preseason game, but this is supposed to be the tune-up. That's why
Yeah.
Rodgers is playing. It's
This new
rivalry
preseason
game.
is just weird. It's like I'm so used to 4 weeks of preseason, and it was like you would have guys play most third preseason game too would be like you would have your starters play like a full half.
Yeah,
And that was it. It was like that forever. And I get it. I mean, I get why you're doing it, but I feel like, and I think we saw this last year where week one is a bit sloppy. And I feel like it's going to be like that again because these guys just, you want to be healthy for the season, but your body might not be ready. Your mind's probably not ready. It's a little weird.
Aaron
I don't know.
Rodgers' mind is ready.
He's ready. I mean, he's always ready. He's got all his drugs. He's ready to go. As long as
Exactly.
as long as he's medicated on game day, Jets will be good.
I will say for like the crazy kind of side of him that there is, he has been absolutely seamless fitting in New York and has been, an absolute leader. So it's going to be exciting to see how they do this year. And I don't know. I'm thinking same old Jets, but I don't want to say
Dalvin,
that to you, buddy.
now we got Dalvin Cook here. I mean,
Love that guy.
Brees Hall recovering from ACL. But he's going to be back and he's going to be playing week one. But I think they can ease him in. Dalvin Cook might be the workhorse week one, but I mean that's a duo right there. Plus you have Michael Carter, who's a good third down back, and there's depth, and I think it's just going to come down to the offensive line, and if Becton is healthy and can perform well, Elijah Vera Tucker, it looks like there's a little depth there, but we'll see, and I don't know if you saw Hard Knocks, but um, there were two moments from this past week that were hysterical. Aaron Rodgers meeting up with one of his old coaches from Green Bay, and apparently just like buddies, and he just goes up to him. It's like meeting up with an old friend, and he goes up to him and says, "What's up, you little bitch? What are you doing? You look fat as shit." that's that's guys being dudes. Like,
To catch up with an especially close friend he knew in Green Bay, James Campen, now a coach for the Panthers.
Yeah! What's up, little bitch, huh? What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? You look fat as shit. You said 260.
No, I did not.
Yes, we said 260.
No, 79.
What are you at?
5 over.
You're what?
Guys being dudes. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
No, dude, if you can't walk into a room with somebody that you have known for a while and call them a bitch, they probably aren't, a long-term friend there. But yeah,
That's typically
it's
how I
amazing.
greet you. So it's
That's not true at all. We're way cooler than that.
yeah, we are. Yeah.
But with the Jets, and you're talking about, a running back room that is now deep. You have a deep receiver room. You have I don't want to say deep quarterback room but Zach Wilson's looked pretty darn good. You have 3 tight ends. I feel like that can play, and great defense. It is the offensive line. You said it.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
exactly the offensive line.
And on Hard Knocks, Saleh didn't mince his words. He ripped into them, really, kind of ripped into them. He said it's on you guys, and he said the team still has the stink of a bad offense from last year on them. So, I mean, that's not mincing words from a head coach, and that's with all the linemen and Zach Wilson in the room sitting there. Like, he addressed the team, and it was good to see, because I feel like you can't bullshit. Like, you got to know, like, this is a legitimate defense. You have a Hall of Fame quarterback who can still play, and it's on this offensive line to make this work. And that's that. So
Keep
I'm
him
excited.
upright. That's it. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you forgot to mention even Zonovan Knight. He had some play last year too.
Yeah, I mean, you have
They're gonna be
5
good.
running backs now with Zonovan Knight and Abanaconda, the rookie.
Oh, your
And
dude.
yeah, so I don't even know if all of them are going to make the team. If they're going to go with 5 RBs, maybe one, on the practice squad or whatever. But I don't know. I haven't seen too much else with football. I mean, Zeke to the Patriots. I know Zeke's your boy. How do you feel about that?
Oh, super pumped. I'm super pumped. I feel like he still has a little bit left in the tank. And
He
where do
does.
you go when you have a little bit left in the tank and nobody else believes that you do? You go to New England. You Randy Moss it. You go there. You have a career year, and hopefully,
Corey Dillon.
yeah, Corey Dillon,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, no shades of Corey Dillon for sure. I think I really hope that they bring into account like his pass catching ability. The guy's great in pass protection. Like,
Mhm.
you need to run him at the line a couple times before he breaks one, though, and he's going to get the opportunity. I hope to do that there. And I know Ramondre Stevenson, or whatever the heck his name is there and whatnot. But I really think that Zeke could have a nice little resurgence. I think there's still a lot left in the tank. And it's the right spot to be.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about these running back rooms is there's too many talented running backs on the team. Like, there's no
Who do you draft in fantasy?
for fantasy. There's very few clear RB1s. I mean, it's going to be wide receiver heavy in the first round. I'm starting to do my research a little bit, listen to the podcasts. I always get every year. I do most of my research online and podcasts, but I always get a magazine just because I've been getting it for 15 years. So I'm an old man. I was at the pool on my vacation, my little getaway this weekend, at the pool, just looking at my fantasy football magazine.
Yes.
I mean, just perfection. So just reading up, getting some
I'm
names.
guilty of buying those in the airport, so I know exactly what you're talking. I don't like to read what everything is, everything that's out there. I feel like everybody reads the same stuff, but
Yeah,
I'm guilty of the magazine in the airport leading up to NFL season. Just
great.
little profiles that don't change,
Yeah,
and
it's so
yeah.
out of date. It's so out of date already. It
Oh
came
yeah.
out like a month ago, but I'm gonna be on a flight to Nashville in a few days, so I'll be reading my magazine on that flight too. So
Nice.
very
That's
pumped for that.
awesome.
The
Yeah,
other,
dude, I'm
but
pumped about fantasy season. Sorry.
oh yeah, no, I'm ready. I looking at there's I can't the one thing that I can't do. Every league is different, and I'm remembering that. And we're not fantasy football experts, so we're not going to do a deep dive here. I mean, we're pretty
Speak
damn
for
good
yourself.
at it. We're pretty damn good at it. I actually am a former uh, fantasy football expert. I mean, I was on Fantasy Pros, published my rankings years ago. So, not to
Let's
toot my own
go.
horn there. Not to toot my own horn, but
I'll toot it.
yeah, toot it away. But I can't. Last year, I really I tried to what's the term? Tried to zig when others zagged, and I was like, there's wide receivers always so deep. I'll wait, go with my running back. And I just both of my big leagues, my wide receivers were not getting it done. Part of that was drafting Cortland Sutton in Denver, and that was
Terrible
just a
scouting.
complete
Yeah.
disaster there.
Don't read magazines. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's might have to upgrade a little bit. But so I mean, I'm focusing in now, and I'm not gonna, we're competing in a lot of leagues against each other. I'm not about to tell you my draft strategy here,
Wow. Okay.
but
I got you. I got you.
but I think I have my focus.
I've been trying to do something different every year just because,
Yeah.
like I said, I feel like everybody reads the same stuff. So I did the Vikings stack with Jefferson and Thielen and Cousins the one year that worked out well. The tight ends on the turn, Kelsey and Kittle a couple years back. And I've been trying to hit on a rookie or, unknown wide receiver early.
Yeah.
But not unknown. I mean, nobody's unknown,
Yeah.
but
Olave
kinda,
last year, I mean, you
there you go.
obviously Ohio State. He was a guy I knew because of you, and I was targeting him more than others. But obviously, I'm in leagues with you, and you took him earlier than me, and worked out very well. And now he's probably a third rounder, second rounder, even maybe. He's going high this year. It's gonna be tough to
Well,
grab him.
with no Jimmy Graham in the mix, possibly, yeah, he'll have a little bit more of a target share. I don't know
Yeah.
if you saw that funny story.
No, I didn't. What was that?
Oh, it's not really funny, but he was wandering in traffic and got admitted to a medical facility, I think, and then
Oh my God.
released to the Saints' care. So they said he possibly had like a seizure, but was on
Jimmy Graham?
drugs. Jimmy Graham, yeah, happened literally, I think, this morning.
Oh
So,
my God. Yeah, that's not funny at all. Why'd you say it was funny?
so, so it's not funny at all. It's not funny.
I
But
honestly thought he
anywho,
had retired. I really like. I mean, he's off my fantasy football radar, so
right.
and he's 36. I mean, he's been in the league forever, so he wasn't really somebody I was thinking about. So wow.
Right. I don't know if it actually impacts target share. I was kind of laughing at myself for saying something like that. But at the end of the day, I think
Wow.
Olave and Michael Thomas are going to be amazing with Derek Carr. And it's going to be a fun year to be a Saints fan, I would think. But,
Yeah,
you never know. That
Derek
division is
Carr's
weird as
decent.
hell.
Yeah, it's very weird. I'm ready, man. I mean, one more week of preseason. We're almost there.
What's the first game?
Almost there.
September.
I think the 9th.
Let's go.
I believe because it's Thursday night. I know the Jets and Bills are Monday Night Football opener September 11th. 11, 10, 9, 8. Might be September 7th because I believe it's Thursday. Yes, September 7th. It's Chiefs and Lions. That's right. Yeah, Chiefs and Lions, which should be fun.
That'll be a track meet.
The Lions are, the Lions after Hard Knocks last year, you had a good season, and everybody loves Dan Campbell. They have a good team now, good, solid defense. They're kind of everybody's darling this year, and in that division, they certainly can make noise with the Packers. Who knows with what Loves does there? It's wide open. The Bears are the Bears, but that's going to be a fun opener, and I'm ready, and I will be drinking my beers and probably ordering wings, and then you'll have your first
Tailgate.
NFL. It's going to be because first week it's Thursday. I mean, first game of the year. Let's go, and then first NFL Sunday, and then My Jets are Monday night, so it's going to be it's going to be a lot.
It's going to be a nice holiday for you.
I gotta get my body ready for that. It's gonna be a lot of sitting and eating, and it's gonna be rough.
I think it's going to be amazing.
It's gonna be incredible. I can't wait.
As long as the Jets don't come out and completely flop, and it looks like there's tons of holes in the armor or chinks in the armor, as long as that doesn't happen, I think you'll be very satisfied. Even if they lose and they play a great game, I think you'll still be like, "Let's go."
As long as it's a good game. I mean, if I have my nightmare scenarios in my head, and they're obviously I'm not even.
Yeah, you're a
say
worst
them
case
out
guy.
loud. I am, as a Jets fan and Islanders fan, Knicks fan, and now the Yankees have decided to join the rest of my team. So
that was all you had.
Yeah,
I didn't realize.
But now, I mean, maybe this is it. Maybe this was what was meant to be. Like the Yankees just had to be really shitty for me to fully enjoy my Jets Super Bowl run. So I am fully focused. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Jets Super Bowl run.
Jets Super Bowl run. Let's go. Also, I don't know if you saw it, but your boy Jadeveon Clowney, who I believe got shitty last week.
He did.
Ravens.
I know.
I like
it's a
this
bad
year.
man. Yep. I think that just adds to the defense. It adds to the. I think Lamar Jackson isn't the type of guy that's going to go out and be like, "Yeah, I got paid, so I can just kind of mail it in." I think he's going to be the type of guy that says, "I got paid, so let me go prove that I earned this money."
Yeah.
and then you bring in a guy with all the talent in the world like Clowney, and
I
hopefully
thought he
just
sucked.
as the team. Well,
I
it's
thought he
it's
was
an
a
effort.
shitty.
It's an effort thing, dude. It's an effort thing with him.
Okay.
He's got all the talent in the world. He was first overall
He
pick, like
does. Yeah.
incredible. But it's an effort thing. It's what are you taking plays off, which he's notorious for doing, and
Mhm.
but he can get penetration on any play. And I feel like as the Ravens do better or do well, he will do better as well. So, with the Browns last year, like they got better, but they didn't do incredible, and that's not super motivating for a guy who likes to take plays off. But with the Ravens, they could be a pretty solid addition to their
Yeah.
defense.
Got to penetrate. Need that deep penetration, and he'll give it to him.
There you go.
So I'm ready. You got a couple more weeks, and football's here. Right now, I mean, before we get to baseball, there's so many other just random sports going on. There's so many random things that I've been following and watching. Just want to kind of run through a couple of big topics that I think are worth talking about. The first is the golf. Victor Hovland today, and I didn't watch too much. Obviously, I was away with the wife this weekend, but I was tracking, and I did watch a little bit. And I had taken Scotty Scheffler to win on Wednesday, and then on Friday I saw that Homa was playing well and in the mix, and his odds to win were still good. So I put a little bit on him to win, and it was looking good up until Sunday, and then Victor Hovland set the course record with a 9 under 61 and won the BMW championship. And it was uh, I saw a couple of highlights. He was just locked in. I mean, he said it was like the best round he ever had. So for a pro golfer to go in and just be locked in and have the best round ever, it's crazy to watch. It's, as somebody who bet other people to win, frustrating.
Of
And
course.
Scheffler and Homer were right there. I think Scheffler was tied for second. If Hovland didn't go off, it probably would have been a playoff um, with him and I forget who else. But and then Homer was, I think, fifth or sixth, so he was a top 10. So good tournament. It's all kind of leading up to the Ryder Cup in a month.
Did you
Which
see the
is,
story with Homa though
what did Homer do?
about the fans yelling in his putt, live betting?
What did they?
Some guy, some guy on the course like said, "Pull it!" like during his like 5 or 6 foot putt on one green, and Homa went off on him about betting and live betting on golf and people having an impact on stuff like that. And you know, I'd fuck with you in your backswing, but at the end of the day, there's millions of dollars on the line. So I thought that was kind of an intriguing story and just interesting because he was not too happy.
There was a $3 side bet. Oh my god. Yeah, that's bullshit. And I like Homa. I listened to him on Pardon My Take. He's a good dude. People shit on him, and he's used to kind of the talking the backswing and the bullshit. But that's all good fun. But like saying to pull it on a putt, I mean, come on, man. Let's not be children here.
I mean, if you played a golf tournament in New York, it's get the hole.
No,
It's
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's
I love the
freaking cheering
wild.
and
I
everything.
love the craziness, but positivity, And look. I mean, golf. They're athletes, pro athletes. All athletes deal with shit from fans, so golfers kind of are excluded from that typically. So, but it's just there's no other sport where it's one guy and you're expecting full quiet and you're not getting it like and on the backswing to be fucking with them. I mean, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
Another sport where that I was watching this weekend, and there's these moments where it's one person zoned in, and that's penalty kicks, but there's no quiet there. And this was the League's Cup final, Inter Miami against Nashville. Messi and his boys, joining Inter Miami and just leading them in this League's Cup, which is the first ever iteration of this League's Cup. But it's fun to watch and track. And this was this game went into PKs, and I caught the end. Inter Miami almost scored in extra time with like 3 minutes left in added time, but the guy
I saw
missed.
that, the chip
Yeah.
over the goalie, and
Oh
then
man, and then
dude.
yeah, that reminded me of you in FIFA.
Yeah, it
Chip
was just
missed chip
epic fizz.
over, and then
All 3 opportunities and kick it left. Yeah.
oh, but then the PKs, every single PK went in, just boom, 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 and they wasn't just guys like Messi, like it just some guy, some guys that I've never heard of, obviously, and just but they were cranking these kicks in, and it came down to the goalies, and Inter Miami's goalie scored, and then Nashville's goalie was blocked, and that was it. And Inter Miami, Messi was there. Messi's been there for a month, and he's raising a trophy already. So, and
Love
it's
the
his
mid-season
record.
trophies.
Yeah, and it's his like record breaking trophy win.
It's like
So
41 or something like that, right?
yeah, I think they're 39 or something around that range. Yeah, crazy, but a lot of
Dominated.
fun. A lot of fun.
Dominated. Yeah, I caught that dude. The goal that he hit from the top of the box, or like a 10 feet
Yeah.
outside of the box, was just a laser. Like he just sees it before somebody else sees it. He reacts quicker. He's incredible.
It's a
It's
different
fun.
level. It's a different level, and he's raising the level of the rest of the guys on that team too. Um, as a Red Bull fan, it's tough to see. I'm watching them right now. So now the League Cup's
Oh,
over. MLS is back. Like the regular season's back. Because they kind of took hiatus for the League's Cup. Guess it was like mid-season. I guess you'd call it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But now the regular season's back. Red Bulls are playing DC in New Jersey, hometown, and I placed a little wager on my Red Bulls, and it is 0-0 going into the half. So not too much action there.
nice. Yeah,
But I
that
do have
sounds
I
like
have it on.
MLS.
I have it on, and if you see me getting excited, it's because my Red Bulls scored a goal. So
Let's go.
our Red Bulls. Sorry,
Our Red Bulls. Yeah,
it's
the
our
pride of
team.
Harrison, New Jersey. Let's
Yes,
go.
yes, that is our team. And then Premier League as well. I really got to sit down at a bar and enjoy watching Tottenham play Man United, and we lost our Lord and Savior Harry Kane 2 weeks ago, and they played 2 matches since, and they got a draw week 1, and then week 2 at home against Man United, and they won 2-0, and it was honestly the best they've looked in a while. The second half was the best half of Tottenham I've watched in quite some time, and don't get me wrong, that's not a knock on Harry Kane whatsoever. That's more of props to Postecoglou, the new manager, who has this team playing very well and running, and their speed in the midfield. They haven't had that, and they're just moving, and it's not stagnant. And it was so much fun, and I got to sit back, enjoy some Guinness, and watch us beat Man United. So
Heck yeah.
it's awesome.
No, the other teams, I mean, that's good managing when you lose a star like that and the rest of the team steps up
Yeah.
rather than steps back. Like, that's huge. I remember I get the picture from you. You're sitting there. I was like, this dude's in heaven right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. And yeah, I mean, Premier League's underway. Man City is probably going to dominate again. They're 2-0, but Brighton is also 2-0, and they are leading in goal differential +6. They won both their matches 4-1. So kind of a surprise there, but interesting. Maybe they can keep it going. Maybe we got another Leicester on our hands. Who knows? But
Yeah, there's a lot of games left, dude.
a lot. I know.
2-0, I mean,
I know.
yeah, it's not too much.
Yeah. So soccer aside, um, I don't know if you've been following basketball, Team USA, but they went 5-0 in exhibition ahead of the FIBA World Cup, which starts, I believe, this coming week. Jalen Brunson, my boy, Nick's baby, he's playing very well. Him and Anthony Edwards are leading Team USA. They beat Germany Sunday, which Germany is like supposed to be one of their big rivals this year. So, or they're one of their big threats to winning. You're Germans.
Yeah, no, I mean, Team USA, I mean, they should be expected to win, but this is a completely different roster. Like, these are, Brandon Ingram, I think, is the tallest guy. That there might be one center, but like at the same time they're playing like total basketball. If you watch Ted Lasso, like total football, they're playing some forwards and guards, and that's really it. So yeah, let's go. So I mean, they should be expected to win, but I'm happy that they're crushing it. Anthony Edwards is incredible. What a steal! What a steal in the draft he was.
Yeah.
Timberwolves, like, how do you get all these good guys and you just suck?
I
Like,
mean,
you had
it has
Wiggins, you
to.
had Karl Anthony Towns, you get Anthony Edwards. Like, these are all high draft picks. Like, and you just suck. Like,
It has to be. If you Google Timberwolves roster, it just the auto population is anti Edwards, and
yeah,
and I mean that kind of sets it up. I mean, and Towns, I don't know. I don't know what that team's going to do. He's weird. It's just
they should have traded him last year.
they should have, but that contract is disgusting.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, you got A-Rod in the front office now, so the team has no idea what it's doing. But they've got stars. They've got stars.
Kinda. I mean, Mike Conley's getting paid. Jeez, I'm looking at their roster right now. Rudy Gobert's getting paid.
Yeah,
My goodness.
dude, look at that roster. Like, it's incredible. It should win, right?
They should do better than they've done. They lost in the play-in last year, right? I believe.
I don't recall. They came close. I remember they were decent, but like it was like, why hasn't this team taken the next step?
Yeah. You would think they could and should this year. We'll see. But I'm excited to watch a little bit of the FIBA World Cup when it starts because of my boy Brunson. But,
Let's go.
man, you watch? What'd you watch this weekend? Were you zoned in on your Orioles? Was that about it?
Yeah, watched a lot of baseball. I watched the Untold Netflix documentary on Johnny Football, one of my
You
favorite
did.
personalities of all time. It was incredible. Yeah, he is kind of a shitbag, but he was electric and fun to watch for a couple years. So that was pretty
I've
much
heard.
my sports watching for the weekend.
I've
Yeah.
heard that was good. Heard that was good.
Oh, it was
And
fantastic.
and I mean, speaking of good, your Orioles are very good. And I mean,
We're beating up on the Athletics. It's nothing crazy,
but
but
but it's baseball, and it's all these games. You gotta do that. You gotta beat up on the bad teams, and that's what you're doing. And
yeah, you
the
can't
right,
have any of those. What are those Yankee games that you guys have? Those
we have a lot of punt games this year.
punt games.
We've
Yeah,
had a lot of punt games.
yeah.
This whole
Yes, you
weekend
have.
was a punt series. They keep punting. Somebody should tell them to stop punting.
Stop punting.
But they just keep doing it. They get the
Yeah.
ball, they just punt it away.
But yeah, we had 77 wins today, so that's I had a futures bet for over 90 wins. Yeah, let's go.
I'm
It's
looking.
happening.
I'm looking at the teams that are going to be in the playoffs, and it's for me, it's the Orioles or the Rangers in the American League who I would be happy with, and you know, you and I have a lot of other close friends who are Orioles fans, and I'm happy. I don't hate the players yet. I don't hate the team yet. I might soon, but right now, I'm all for it. So.
Well, either of those teams got to get through Tampa Bay, and you got to get through Houston. So
Yeah. Well, Tampa Bay has their own problems right now. All their pitchers are getting Tommy John. Obviously, the Wander Franco situation is sounding bad. It does not sound like he's going to come back.
mm-mm.
Nothing official yet, but I'm. It sounds terrible in fantasy. I think I just dropped him today. I had no idea.
Yeah, they said he was on the restricted list through Sunday here, and I was kind of waiting for a report to come out on Monday or Tuesday, but like, you know, it is what it is. It would be bad for the team and bad for baseball if he came back this season. Should kind of just, even if it isn't true, just kind of fade into the shadows for a little bit and then maybe come back next year.
I don't know.
If
I mean, it all depends on what he gets convicted of.
right,
It's dark stuff. Not good.
dark matter,
Dark matter. Not good. But
no bueno.
good on your O's. Not good on my Yankees. It's been kind of I'm not even watching the Yankees. I'm not following as much aside from my fantasy teams, and I mean that's the
You've been betting
Braves.
against them too.
I have been winning a lot of money taking -1.5 against the Yankees because they are losing by multiple runs every day. And I didn't bet on them Saturday because I was like, well, Garrett Cole, I'm not gonna. He's been the only good one. And then he got rocked. And then today, I placed a late bet on Red Sox money line after the Yankees tied it up late because I said they'll find a way to blow it, and they did. So it's been it's been fruitful, but frustrating. It's not fun as much as I'm enjoying winning money.
It's a
not fun.
consolation.
It's not fun. And the Dodgers are playing very well. The Central is so weird because you got the Brewers at the top now, 3 games up on the Cubs, 4 games up on the Reds. All 3 of those teams could make the playoffs via the wild card. And then division and 2 wild cards, because it's probably going to be Braves, Phillies, Dodgers, and then whoever wins the Central, and then between the Giants, Diamondbacks,
The Giants,
Cubs,
D-backs.
Reds, that NL wild card is Cubs. It's Cubs, Reds, Giants, D-backs are all right there. Phillies kind of have that. I think the first wild card locked up. Nothing's locked up yet. It's still early, but Marlins are still kind of hanging around. They have the same record as the Reds, so and Diamondbacks, I should include them. But
No.
Padres I think are done. That's another team. I mean, the Yankees are struggling with the Padres. I mean, Yankees Padres was a potential World Series this year for a lot of people predicting, and not the case.
I think they're more logical trade partners now.
Get me Soto. We need him.
Yeah,
we need him.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, is it?
They gotta. Are you kidding me? You listen to Yankees fans. You guys are beside yourselves. They got to do something to win you back over. They got to do it. They're not.
Maybe the Padres. The Padres are looking at their roster and say we need some more depth somewhere. You still, even if you trade Soto, I mean, you still have a core there, and if you get some pitching. But isn't Blake Snell a free agent this year too?
Yeah,
and he's in their best pitcher.
Yeah, he's a big one. He had a couple. Well, I guess he had a couple injuries there, but yeah, he would be a huge get for any other club too. But I don't think they dismantle it. I don't think they can. Like, they are committed.
No, they never dismantle. Preller's been trying to just buy a team and put it together for quite some time, and
don't work no more.
No, it really doesn't. You just have to suck for like 5 years, build up your farm system, and then bring all those guys up at the same time and make a run.
That's what you got to do.
Or just be the Braves and just be. Well, but what the Braves did is they struggled for a couple of years, but then they got these top guys and they locked them up to low money, long-term deals. Like Austin Riley's locked up for a long
Riley,
time.
Yep.
All those guys,
Michael Harris,
all of those contracts, those guys are superstars, and it's aging very well, and those guys are locked up for a while. Braves are going to be good for a long time.
Yeah, no, that's the smart way to do it now. That's what Tampa Bay started doing. They're probably regretting the Wander Franco 11-year deal, but you got to kind of try to keep some guys in-house.
It's risky, but it's smart.
It's very smart.
You're not putting yourself in a position like the Yankees did with Judge.
Like Julio Rodriguez, like probably super stoked you locked that guy up, right? Because he could command record money if he ever hit free agency, and he's not going to. He's going to stick with the Mariners, and they made a commitment. And if you got the right type of player, they'll make a commitment back. And
these free agent pools are going to start getting really thin each year,
which means more free agent money too.
Yeah, more and overpaying on guys who probably don't deserve it. It's weird. Yeah, this is what makes me concerned about the Yankees. I mean, if they don't go trade for Soto, or they don't break the bank for Ohtani, I don't know what direction they go. I mean, they have a couple of top prospects, but either you trade them for a superstar or you bring them up now. Bring them up and see what they got. I don't know what they're waiting for right now. They're waiting for the clock at September 1st and to get out of your control. But it sucks, but that's what they're doing. It's smart. It's the smart thing. Baseball. I love you so much, and I'm not having fun right now. All right. It's that time again, folks. Another rendition of the good, the bad, and the shitty. Chris, would you like to get us started this week?
I'd love to. With the good, right? We don't start with the shitty.
No, we started off good, and then we just get progressively worse.
All right. My good is going to be CJ Abrams. So
Nice,
CJ
nice signing.
Abrams has been showing out recently. We were talking about the Juan Soto trade, or Juan Soto possibly going to the Yankees. He was I guess, him and Mackenzie Gore, the diamonds
Mhm.
in that deal. And he's actually been proven that he's worth every penny. So once known as a defensive type of guy, he cranked a walk-off homer the other day. He hit 30 steals on the season. So dude's been incredible, and he's living up to some lofty expectations because of who he was traded for, essentially. So Art Moreno in LA, you could take a page out of the Nationals book here, and CJ Abrams,
Yeah,
Mackenzie Gore showing
yeah.
out.
They should have traded Shohei. I mean, just a dumb non-move there.
Yep,
Unless they somehow get him back, but I just don't see it. Think he's done there.
I think so
So
too.
yeah, Abrams. I managed to pick him up in one of my fantasy leagues, and
Solid.
I don't even know how to play him in that league because I have Bo Bichette, Ellie De La Cruz, and then I have like there's one utility, Bryce Harper, and I have what's his name, Low on the Rangers at first base. So like
Nate,
just,
Nathaniel.
yeah, it's a really good team, and I'm just really good, and there's just too much talent. Uh,
Nice.
but
Yeah. Nice humble brag. Who's your good?
that's what I do. So your good was good. My good is great. Julio Rodriguez is phenomenal. He kicked my ass in fantasy, our dynasty league this week.
Wait,
That
I thought
was
you were good.
rough. I am great, but I mean, I can't beat this guy who, in his last 15 games, it might not be counting to Sunday, but last 15, according to ESPN currently, 30 for 63. That's a 476 average. Three home runs, 19 RBIs, 7 stolen bases, a 1.260 OPS. I mean,
Ouch.
he is the best hitter in baseball right now. He had a slow first half after, breakout rookie year, but wow, I mean, this kid is legit.
That deal's looking like a bargain now, right?
It really is, and the Mariners are making a bit of a run thanks to him, and he's fun to watch. He does it all. There's so much young talent in the league right now, but right now he's the hottest hitter. J Rod show, good for Seattle and good for baseball.
Yeah, for sure.
Not good for my fantasy team.
Keep us going. Who's your bet?
Paul DeYoung, my guy, a former All Star, finished second in Rookie of the Year voting for the Cardinals his rookie year. 2 years later, he was an All Star. Since then, it's been all downhill. He was traded by the Cardinals to the Blue Jays at the deadline. Went 3 for 44 with 18 strikeouts and a minus 62 OPS plus, which I've never seen before. And he was DFA. He's gone. They
Goodbye.
they traded for him. They thought enough of him to trade for him, and 20 days later, he gone. And he hasn't
DeYoung
really.
gone.
DeYoung is gone. He really hasn't been good since like the 2020 COVID season. He's 30 years old now. He might be done. He'll probably get one more shot somewhere, but sad, but he's a bad. Chris, who's yours?
My bet is Miles Jack going to football here. Miles Jack was an incredible two-way player at UCLA. Got drafted by the Jaguars, was an impact player on their defense for quite some time. Had a deal with the Steelers. They cut him last year, signed with the Eagles. He was falling down the depth chart. Decides to retire from football at 27, which he had some injuries coming out of college that people were questioning about him. He dropped to the second round, but he didn't get hurt. He's played through, maybe discomfort, who knows, but he says he wants to go to trade school, become a plumber or an electrician. And that's awesome, but you still have an opportunity in the NFL. Like those other opportunities will always be there for you, Miles Jack. You were a legendary college player playing linebacker and fullback two ways in a major college program, which doesn't happen anymore. And I thought, a stalwart on the defense for the Jaguars. You get a chance to play for the Super Bowl, defending Super Bowl NFC East champs. And I feel like you just kind of ride it out until they cut you, rather than saying, "I'm going to retire." You could always go to community college, but Miles Jack is
Rough.
my bad.
Man, 27 years old, retiring.
Yeah, yeah,
Sad. Mhm.
yeah. Dude was solid.
All right, finish this up. Who's your shitty?
James Harden. James
Oh,
Harden's a
what a
great
dick.
player,
What a
but
dick.
holy shit, what a dick! What a shitty guy. Like completely just throwing Daryl Morey under the bus. I don't know if like he thought in China like this isn't gonna get back to America, and like no, my employer's not gonna see this. You're under contract with the Sixers, and you're just going hard at them.
He's smart. He knows what he's doing.
Of course, I don't know. I don't know. At the end of the day, I not no source to rely on, but Kendrick Perkins was like he's got no leverage in this situation. Said that on ESPN. Like it's true, he doesn't. But at the end of the day, the Sixers do have to pay him, a decent amount of money. I think it's like 30 something $1 million. So I guess he thinks he can do whatever the hell
This
he
is his
wants.
way.
But
This is his way out to say, fuck it, I'm gonna go after the owner and
played for
force
this
myself,
dude
force a
twice
trade.
though. Didn't he play for him in Houston and Philly? Like
He's a fucking moron. He's kind of near the end of his career. Still plays at a high level, but a couple more years, and he just always wants out of wherever he is. He's a problem.
right, who's gonna take a
Him,
chance on that
Kyrie.
guy?
I mean, it's nobody wants him. He's got to stay in
Watch, he
Philly.
ends up
Just
in
try. I
Dallas.
mean, he's playing with one of the best players in basketball with Embiid. I wonder how Embiid feels right now. It's clearly he's pushing
Bro,
his way out.
yeah.
I,
He's like, "What the hell, man?"
and if he leaves, I'm depending on what you get for him. I mean, the Sixers are either going to have to.
You're not gonna get shit with what he just
I
said.
know, I
Y
know. So
You
it's
have nothing. You're not gonna get anything if you're Daryl Morey, and I would be so pissed because this is a career-ruining moment.
yeah.
Come on, dude. Like, at least go out, like, amicably, but
No,
no, we
they
just
don't give a
put him
shit.
on
He doesn't give a
blast,
shit.
and it's
It's sad.
interesting. This is what happens when you have a players run league.
Yeah, it happens. It happens a
Mm,
lot. Not with everybody, but plenty of guys just it's shitty, and he's a shitty.
he's a shitty.
I'll cap us off here with my shitty, and I'm going to take it a little bit of different direction here. But my shitty is Sony and Microsoft. Fuck you for not marking down the prices of Madden for PS4. You got PS5 here. Back in my day, when you still had the PS2 and the PS3 came out, PS2 game prices were cheaper. You could get the PS2 games for $30 and the PS3 games were 50,
Damn
60
straight.
bucks. Now, I look at Madden 24 for PS5 and PS4, they're both 70 fucking dollars. What are we doing here? I mean, come on. It's because nobody can get their hands on a PS5 or wants to pay $400 for one. So they know they have everybody on PS4 is going to buy it, and they'll still do PS5. It's supposed to be cheaper. What are you doing here? It's bullshit. I want to buy a Madden this year so bad, and
You better.
I'm going to.
It's the only game I could beat you in.
But it's almost like they're making me buy a PS5 or even Xbox One. It's the same thing. I
I'm
don't.
telling you, wait until the NFL season starts. That PS4 one will drop.
But I want it now.
I know. I
I
want it now
haven't bought.
too.
Madden has sucked for a long time. I haven't bought it in years now.
I wouldn't say a long time, but since maybe 2016.
That's a long time. That's
Yeah, it
like
is a long time actually.
yeah.
Holy shit.
That's 7 years. I mean, that's it's it's too
I think
long.
you just think it sucks because like I beat you at it. So
When's the last time we played Madden? Come on. We used
well,
to play.
it's been like 7 years. I
Yeah,
guess. You're probably
exactly.
right. Yeah,
We'll see. I mean,
it hasn't been 7 years.
we're both going to spend
Lies.
$70 on it and fucking buy it, and I will whoop your ass, and we will do our fantasy drafts. That's the other thing. These game modes, I can't even guarantee myself that we could fantasy draft. I'm gonna have to look it up and see if they kept it in.
Well, that's
Well,
why. I mean, that's why they fell off. I mean, that was the thing that we used to do. Is just draft your own team. It's mano y mano. Like you're not at the mercy of a roster. You're not at the mercy of the Michael Vicks of the world. Like
yeah,
you can draft your own team and go head to head. And they took that away. What
yeah, yeah.
2016?
I think they put it back in, but there was one year I remember we got it, and then we couldn't do it. and that was lame.
Wasted like $75. I want to know that I'm getting the same freaking game if I'm going to have to pay, whatever it is.
Yeah, but
yeah.
The PS4 game should not be $70. If the PS5 game's $70, the PS4 game should at least be $60. At least 70. I'm gonna shell out $70 for this shit. Fuck you, Sony.
Tell them why you're mad. Yeah, I agree.
I'm a stockholder in Sony.
Are you? Yeah. Well, you better make a disclaimer at the end of this podcast, then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be awkward at the next shareholder meeting.
You go to those? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh sure. I'm sure. Yeah.
I get the email on the votes and don't even
from Robin Hood.
Don't even open them.
Amazing. But yeah, I agree. But you're buying it. It's happening.
Yeah, we're buying it.
Force
and
you to.
I will whoop your ass, and I will tell everybody here how often I whoop your ass. And
it's funny because being the Jets, being the Jets is like it's not a curse.
That's why, because I want to, along with doing our fantasy drafts, playing against you, I'd like to do a franchise and just do a season at least and play with my team.
I missed the Jason Campbell, Clinton Portis, Santana Moss team.
That was my shit. Yeah. Chris Cooley at tight end.
Yeah.
Just bomb it to Santana Moss. I mean,
now it's all about the Jets.
On defense, you just play Sean Taylor and just do. He did everything. You could
or London Fletcher.
Yeah, I mean that was. I was
always a middle linebacker. Stop the run or just not fuck up my coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good thing. Those were the positions. I'm excited, but it's bullshit. Too expensive.
Too much.
Do it anyway. What can you do?
Fuck it.
Well, Chris, that's an end to Good, Bad, Shitty. You got anything else to close us out?
I don't know. Have I talked about the Big Ten Conference yet?
Pretty sure that was last week.
Yeah. Oh, was it? All right. Well, then no, I don't. They're just taking over the world. So that's all I have to say.
Right.
So I'm excited for college football. I'm excited for pro football. I'm excited for football. This is America. Baby. Let's freaking go. I don't know what to do with I got baseball going into October. Like my fantasy teams are going to suffer in football. They're going to suffer.
See what it's like rooting for a good baseball team? It's tough.
The burden. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Your fantasy team's going to suffer. You're not even going to be watching your Commanders who are making the playoffs this year, apparently. So.
Did I say that? I definitely did.
Oh, I have it recorded.
Ohio State National Championship. I'll call that.
All right. That's good. Ohio State, they open up against Indiana. My cousin's a coach there. It's going to be fun.
Who's your daddy? They're going down. We hired Tom Allen, their old head coach, as our offensive coordinator a couple years back, and he's great. I absolutely love the guy, but he was a pain in the butt when he was there. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how good they are this year. We'll see.
You guys are ranked 3 to start the year?
Yeah. Last time Indiana gave us a run, it was Tevin Coleman for like 200-plus yards. It's the running game that kills us against them. So we'll see. But we got to beat Notre Dame early in the season. And I think we got Cal. There's somebody else. But anywho.
I'm ready to bet on things that I don't know. Just tell me, and I'll bet.
Just like me in soccer. Let's go. Just tell me.
Yeah,
I'll trade picks with you.
Yeah. It's all gonna be just Homer stuff. No, it's gonna be. It's gonna be Tottenham draw no bet if I like it, which that's what I want on, or it's gonna be Erling Haaland anytime goal because it's the best bet.
Those are just standing bets. You just need to always take those.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't score. He didn't score last week, but it was past weekend. But the odds are he's going to score.
Doing?
I bet him first goal in the opener, and he hit that. So he's a beast.
Damn.
Good to bet.
All right. Well done.
And first goal is always a nice win. So
yeah, for sure.
A lot to bet on, a lot to talk about, but football, we're ready for you. Chris, always a blast. Good talking to you. We'll talk soon. Everybody, thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.
Sounds good.